Welcome back to Computer Science, Mastering Sprite Lab, Coding Adventures. Let's take a look at this week's vocabulary. Algorithm, a list of steps to finish a task. Behavior, an action that a sprite performs continuously until it's told to stop. Program, an algorithm that has been coded into something that can be run by a machine. Sprite, a graphic on the screen with a location, size, and appearance. This week, or in this lesson, you'll be able to create animations using sprites and behaviors, as well as design new sprites with costumes and behaviors in Sprite Lab. Let's look at your I can statements. I can create animations using sprites and behaviors. I can design new sprites with costumes and behaviors. Can you think of ways to improve an app that you've used by giving users more choices? Today you're going to dive into the world of programming and unleash your creativity through sprites and behaviors. Let's jump into the main activity. You'll be working through different levels to build your coding skills. If you get stuck, don't worry. Take your time, explore, and learn at your own pace. As you progress through the skill building levels, you'll get the hang of creating animations using sprites and behaviors. Sprites are like the characters or objects in a game, and behaviors are cool actions they can perform based on instructions. Okay, here we are in the Lesson 6, Making Sprites in the Sprite Lab. All right, let's look at our instructions. Drag the objects to the dog and watch it react. Okay, we did it. You can see how they're interacting with each other. Let's go to the next one. A customized greeting card. This program will ask you a couple questions, and then you create a customized greeting message for you. Okay, let's see how this goes. I'm going to move this over a little bit by clicking on these 3 gray dots and moving it over. So see, before I couldn't read everything. Now when I move it over, I can read who is having a birthday. Those are the questions it's going to ask me. Okay, can't click in there now yet because I need to click a run. So here we go. Who's having a birthday? Let's say Johnny. How old will they be? Let's say 10. Oh, and it created a customized greeting card for us with code very quickly. Nice job. Let's keep playing so you can get to know the Sprite Lab. On to number 3. This robot will ask you questions and remember what you type. Type your answers and have a conversation with X9. Okay, again, I'm going to move these over so I can see. Hi, I'm X9. What's your name? Let's say Bella. Hit the check mark. Oh, hi, Bella. Nice to meet you. How old are you? Let's say 12. Finish. Okay, good job. Number 4. Okay. Enter an adjective. Pretty. If you're hosting a party, make sure to plan a lot of pretty games. Okay. Enter an object. How about a balloon? First, get people warmed up with a round of musical balloon. Okay. Enter a body part. How about ear? Next, have them balance while standing on one ear. I don't know what that means. Enter a number, 7. Next, have them balance by standing on one ear. Finally, go outside and have a 7-legged race. Oh my, what a crazy, silly story. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, a virtual aquarium. Fill up your own unique aquarium with a variety of things with their own behaviors. All right, let's move our gray dots again so we can see a little better. What would you like to add first? Need to run it. I would like to add a fish first. Let's pick this middle one. Oh, put him right up there swimming around, and look, he's already got a behavior where he's swimming round and round. That's been added in the code. Next, I want to add a creature. Let's add this. Oh, and he's got a behavior going back and forth a little faster, and down here at the bottom. What's in this other tab? Let's add a shell. It must be down here. Yep, it's right there. I can see it. Let's add another fish. Why don't we add all 3? And so we can see all their different behaviors. They all have different behaviors attached. Nice, good job. The Great Collector game. This is 3 games in one. So let me pull this out here. Choose your character, then use the arrow keys to collect objects. You're going to use the arrow keys either here below or on your keyboard if you want. So let's run it, and we need to select a game type. Okay, all right, we've got to move. I'm not very good at playing games, you guys, but I'm going to do my best. Am I going to get, oh, yep. All right, so I'm moving my arrow keys up and down and around on my keyboard, trying to get those stars. There we go. Yeah, I got it figured out. Whoop, backwards. I got it. Okay, awesome. So you get the idea. That's a game made with a lot of coding with behaviors and sprites. Let's go to the next one. And then I'm going to keep showing you these so you have an idea of how to explore on your own, and you are going to finish the rest during your activity. Okay, build a computer, connect all the parts, and figure out how to turn on the computer. All right, let's click run. Let me get a little bigger here so we can see. All right, I'm pretty sure this needs to plug into the outlet and the computer. Let's go ahead and plug in our mouse. Let's bring in our keyboard. Yep, let's bring in the motherboard. And this looks like it might be this. Okay, there we go. Now let's see if we, yep, got it started. Nice. I want to get to the blocking to show you how to do that with the blocks. Yeah, here's one right here. This icon means that this level is part of a bigger project or a larger project, so the changes will be saved across the levels. Let's move our workspace down for a second so we can see the instructions. Making sprites. To make a sprite, you're going to open the sprites category of the toolbox and drag out this block. Now remember, your blocks are down here in this menu. We've got world blocks in this lesson, and we've got sprites over here. So they want us to make a sprite, open sprites category, and bring in the make new sprite. I think I've already done this. I'm going to trash this and show you. Okay, so open make new sprite. Looks like they want us to put the strawberry right in the middle. Connect make a new sprite block under, and I did that. Choose your costume, and see when I click this little arrow here, I can choose different costumes. Anything you want. Anything you want at all. I'm gonna put a sun right in the middle. There we go. There it is. And press run. Now, positioning sprites. Each of these sprites has a location, and you can set that location by clicking the pin. See this little pin right here next to the numbers? If you click on that pin, You can click on the sun and you can move it around at whatever point you want on here. And then once you find a spot you want to put it, click it, and there it will be. Okay, now it wants us to add even more sprites, looking just like this. A strawberry in this first corner, right in the middle, a banana, a hamburger, and a cupcake. So the first thing we have to do is make 4 sprites and choose any costumes we want. Let's go over here and make a new sprite. We know we want 4, right? Let's go ahead and drag 4 sprites in there. And then you get to come in here and change those behaviors however you want when you're doing this on your own. I'm going to choose, let's see, I'm going to choose a flower, a butterfly, and a cactus, and a sun. Okay. Now, right now they're all sitting on top of each other. See right here? They're all right in the center. So now we've got to position each one like up here on this screen. If you click on that, you can see it a little bigger here. You can even see that it's right in the middle of those squares, okay? So you're going to come through here and you're going to click on each of these pins to move your sprite. Let's move the flower right up here in this corner. Here. Let's get the next one and move it right here. And let's move the cactus up here. I can't see very well. Okay, and then let's move our last one. I might not have these perfect because my eyesight's not so great, but there we go. You get the idea of how to move those around, and then click run. Let's do one more together, and then you'll be able to go out and log in and do this activity on your own and start getting creative. Okay. Sprites have more than properties, they have size, and you can change those sizes with a new block called change size. So I did that earlier. Let me start over. You would go to sprites and change the size. Okay. And you would change the size. If we want to change the size of this flower right here, all we have to do is change the number. Here, see how it changed? What if we changed it to 400? Yep. And what if we changed it to 20? Barely see it. So that's how you change the sizes. I wanted to get to behaviors before I sent you off on your own to practice. Let's see if the next one's behaviors. It sure is. Okay. Now this will be the last one before you get to have all the fun. Sprites have their own behaviors, which are actions they will do over and over while the program runs. To give a sprite a behavior, you need to use the sprite begins block with a behavior block. See how we have new blocks down here? We've got these behavior blocks. You'll drag the sprite begins, go to behaviors, sprite begins, and drag it over here, okay? You want to make sure that your characters match. Make sure your sprites match. If they don't match, it won't run, okay? All right, well, it's not going to do anything right now. See, if I run it, my sprite needs a behavior. Well, let's go back into the behavior block and find what we want it to do. You've got so many options here. I think I want it to shrink. Okay, so see how I clicked it right here? It's going to make him shrink. Let's see how it goes. Yep, there you go. So you can play around with that. Okay, so that's the last one. You're going to go through the rest of these. You can start at the beginning and practice all of those, and then you'll get to get really creative in the rest of these lessons. All right, it's time for you to go practice on your own. Great job, Epic Comet. You're ready to move on to the next activity.